Hello, it is Nancy Jutton, and today is Monday, September 27th, and I'm coming on live today for the Learn More, Earn More show. And this is a little bit of a different kind of show. It's going to be more spontaneous than usual, and it's going to be more from the heart than usual. And I hope whether you're joining me live or by replay, that you will post a comment below. Let me know hashtag replay if you're joining me by replay. Let me know if you're live. Go ahead and say that you're live. I would love to see you here and commenting because I have a rather unique show for you today. And I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. The number one thing I want to talk about is the importance of practicing uncommon appreciation. I learned this from reading the book, The Success Principles, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by one of my favorite mentors, Jack Canfield. And he says one of the success principles is to practice uncommon appreciation. And as you may know, the last couple of weeks, I have been showing up just about every day, pouring on the value, doing everything within my power to make every single person within this Facebook group and every single person who registered for the Podcast Visibility Live Lab to be better off as a result of having bellied up to the free bar to benefit from the powerful content that I delivered. And I want to say thank you from my heart for showing up, for enjoying and consuming the video trainings, for doing the homework, for helping each other out with technical issues, for giving each other feedback, for helping each other get better at their craft and show up more powerfully. It takes a village to build a community like this, and I'm really grateful that you are in my village, participating in the trainings that I provide, helping your fellow members succeed, and getting better as a result of the lessons that you learn. So thank you so much for participating. I also want to say thank you to Hallie Augustinelli and Jennifer Offerman, my assistants who were behind the scenes, also with Jackie Offerman, handling a lot of the technical issues and the email issues and the delivery of goodies issues that people had from time to time, that were saying, hey, I need a workbook. I need my free gift. I need my this. I need my that. When you have 590 people participating in something that you have created, that's a little bit more than one person can possibly handle on her own. And so I'm just incredibly grateful for Hallie and for Jackie and for Jennifer for their role in trying to provide world-class, above and beyond the call service to every single participant so that you could have the tools that you need to participate and to come away feeling made better in the process. We really do take to heart the idea that each participant will be seen, heard, and helped so that they can be ultimately compensated and celebrated. And boy, oh boy, I want to say thank you to those of you who have offered comments about what actually happened for you as a result of participating in the Podcast Visibility Live Lab, because the love notes have been one right after the other, people saying that they booked themselves on 10 or more shows, that they found confidence and courage to ask for bigger opportunities, that they are being considered for paid speaking gigs, that they are finally taking themselves seriously and kicking their imposter disease to the curb. The transformations that were happening for each person were so personal and so profound and so powerful that it just reinforces that every one of us has a voice to raise and a flag to wave. And if you get to participate in a training like this, you realize that there is no better time to make the most of those opportunities than right now. And I was just so thrilled to see so many people stepping up, showing up, doing the work, and creating the impact just after a few short days. It's really, really satisfying. People told me that they were expecting kind of like a drive-through experience, but they got like a gourmet meal. And isn't that something? So if you were ever going to do a challenge of any type, don't just hit on the high points, go deep and demonstrate generosity, because people will remember how you showed up and served them. And when they're ready to say yes to whatever it is that you have to offer, in most cases, it's just a matter of timing and circumstance before people are ready to say yes. And why not make hundreds and hundreds of friends and build champions and advocates every step of the way? I set the intention to serve powerfully, to make each and every participant better than they were when they started. And then when there was an opportunity to extend an invitation for people to come behind the velvet rope as clients, what do you know? The right people said yes. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Mission accomplished on every single score. So I feel like it was really a big win, and I just want to be grateful and appreciative of that. What are some takeaway lessons that I want to share with you now that might be useful for whatever it is that you have brewing coming up in the near term? Because you know what? Quarter 4 starts tomorrow. You have a couple more days to make some revenue for the month of September. Like, what are you going to do to make the most of it? So, one of my biggest things that I want everybody who's watching to pay attention to is this idea that you must build an audience for your work. You must have an audience of people paying attention to what you do, and you must serve powerfully, whether people buy from you today or not. So many people have boxes and boxes in the garage full of books that have never found a home, or courses that they've created that are clogging their hard drive that never found a buyer. It's one thing to get busy and get caught up in the logistics of creating an end product. But if you don't have people sitting at the feet of your wisdom, benefiting from how you help every day, there's no audience standing ready to buy it. As I was gearing up to lead the podcast Visibility Live Lab, I looked back to where things stood in my business in May of 2021. I took a measure of how many people were members of my Facebook group and how many people were active in my Facebook group. I invite you to do the same if you lead a Facebook group. How many people are in your group right now? And how many people are active in your group? And I said in May, my goal is for there to be over 2,500 members of my Facebook group in time to benefit from my September podcast Visibility Live Lab. And what do you know? 2,537 people were members of the group from day one of the September challenge. I also set the goal that there would be over 1,000 active, engaged members of the Facebook group. And what do you know? There are 1,106 active members. Why does that matter? Why does that matter to you? Well, this has been said many, many times before by many, many people long before I ever said it, which is if we're getting practical, at any given time, 3% of the people who are paying attention to you are ready, willing, and eager to invest wisely in a solution that you provide that eases their problem or brings them the pleasure that they seek. 3%. I suck at math, but 3% of 1,000, you do the math. If you have 1,000 people actively engaged in your community and 3% of the people invest, 3% of that is, what is that, 30 people? 30 people could possibly be saying yes to whatever it is that you're bringing to market right now. What is the price point at which you are bringing to market your perfect solution? And when you multiply 30 times that price point, does that come out to a figure that would be meaningful and magnificent for you? If the answer is, I am miles away from 1,000 people being active in my Facebook group or paying attention to me, then do what you can to grow your audience. That means having an irresistible lead magnet that people will gladly reach out to when they hear from you on a podcast. That could be any variety of things that I covered during the live lab that we just completed. But you must build an audience for your work before your work is ready to sell, because otherwise you're just clogging up the information superhighway with stuff that doesn't go anywhere very, very fast. Whatever it is that you do in your newsletter, in your live trainings, in your interviews that you give so generously, in the invitations that you have to speak on other people's stages, don't be so concerned about getting the opt-in that you forget to show up as yourself and give generously, create an amazing conversation, create know, like, trust. Who are you being when you take your place at the microphone? Are you there to serve and to be generous and to pour on the value, and to the point that your call to action can be an oh, by the way thing that people are waiting to hear? Or are you so worried about, when you buy my book, you'll know more about what's so awesome about me? I challenge you to listen to more interviews and more shows and listen to how people extend their gracious and generous call to action to find a tone and a flavor and an approach that will feel genuine and good to you, so that when you say it, it's received with that same spirit. Because who you are being on the microphone, who you are being on the Be Live TV, who you are being wherever you go, people will get a keen sense of that, and it will either be repelling to them or it will be compelling to them. And compelling beats repelling every day of the week. Another thing I would say about the opportunity to touch and transform 590 lives in a short window of time is that that's a wonderful opportunity to create champions, advocates, drum beaters who will gladly go to the mountaintop and say, I loved the ABC challenge that I got to participate in with your name on it. And not only that, but I would love to invite 10 of my friends to be part of it as well. And when you have people who participate in your events go out into the marketplace and invite others to join you, can you see how a rock will start rolling down a hill a whole lot faster and the momentum will build to everyone's benefit? Another thing I would say is be arms wide open to the or something better outcomes that could be coming your way beyond which you had no idea how good they could be. I have been keeping a list of the or something better outcomes that have been coming my way that have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on in the shopping cart. But I thought I'd share with you a couple of them because there's so many of them, I actually had to keep a list. Just bear with me for a minute. I have to turn to the right page. Okay. Someone reached out, was so impressed that they wanted to have me hire me to do a publicity project for them, done for you at considerable fees. Number two, someone from my Toastmasters world who has been an admirer of my work for some time invited me exclusively to speak to a very prestigious Toastmasters group outside of my own country, where I'd have the opportunity to touch and transform a whole new country full of lives. Another person loved the training so much that asked if she could invite me to go deliver it for her tribe, which will be another endorsed invitation to share it with a much larger audience of people I haven't yet met. Another person who's in the book world was so delighted that she advocated for the training to her whole community. And just yesterday, I've been invited to participate in a summit that will be taking place early next year. I think the thing that excites me the most is the degree to which the participants in the Podcast Visibility Live Lab are booking themselves on shows, doing so with confidence, and making their own dreams come true simply because we had the opportunity to cross paths for a few days. One of my premium clients was so in honor of what it is that has happened for her that she spontaneously did a video endorsement about me in the Facebook group, which means the world to me. And then someone I knew from way back when, who happened to be in connection with somebody who's kind of a mover and shaker, reached out to me and said, there's this really cool project. We've been referred to you very highly by someone whose name is, and can we talk seriously about you taking that on for a significant budget? These are just things that have happened in the last couple of days that have absolutely nothing to do with whether or not someone's going to enroll in the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp or make the decision to benefit from the lifetime access pass that I'm going to be telling you about. I think it'd be really great if you can make a list of all the or something better things that happen when you show up in such a powerful way. Because just another really cool thing that happened is someone introduced me to someone who is of considerable influence. He invited me to be on his podcast. We had a fantastic conversation. When the microphone went silent, I shared something that I had created that I thought would be of service to him. He was so impressed that just yesterday he said, I was so pleased that you shared with me your partner with Nancy page. And I was so impressed with it that it inspired me to create one of my own. And I'm already having even better conversations with potential partners so that our collective impact can be even greater. Thank you for the inspiration. But what do you know? He's so impressed with me that he's going to be sending an interview that we did to his whole list of 27,000 people on October 1st, which is going to bring my expertise to the awareness of a whole new world of people in Queensland, Australia, where I've never had the opportunity to step foot in my life, but one day I hope to very soon. There is so much good that happens when you show up as your very best self to serve in a powerful way that will bring powerful transformation to people in short order. I think the Podcast Visibility Live Lab is my recipe for helping people kick their head trash to the curb so they can open up the door to welcome the big cash, and also to speak up, show up, and be the best human beings they can be when they get to have the opportunity to be in conversation with someone who has the influence to take their message far and wide. When you get really good at bending and swaying with opportunity, opportunity finds you. And I hope that you're taking that away. Speaking of which, not everything's wine, roses, chickens, and unicorns, or wine, roses, kittens, and unicorns. Sometimes lousy things happen during a big event like a challenge like we just had. And I thought you might enjoy hearing about some of them, because hopefully I was unflappable in the moment. But boy, oh boy, I had some thoughts about what could possibly take me down. You know, a few months ago, I got the download that streaming live from Zoom into a Facebook group was the new cool, hip, cool way to do a launch. And every time I hear about some new technology thing that I have to learn how to do during a launch, my first reaction is my eyes glaze over, my brow furrows, and I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go again, something new to learn. And I was very transparent when I was learning how to do it. I said, hey, people, I'm learning how to stream live into the Facebook group using Zoom, and I'm going to be clunky in the beginning. And everybody knew it. And I was clunky in the beginning, but I practiced enough. So when it came time for go time with day one of the Podcast Visibility Live Lab, I knew exactly what to do, and I did it. Good for me. If I can do it, you can do it. Another thing that happened is that we had this horrible windstorm last Friday. The weatherman was saying that the wind was going to be like 58 degrees or 58 speed per hour. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is the most important day of my training. Please, Mother Nature, please don't let the power go out in this moment. That's such a crucial moment. I just was arms wide open. Universe, please be kind to me. Let me deliver my call and then let the power go out. And what do you know? That's exactly what happened. Speak into reality what it is that you want to have happen. And what do you know? What you think about, you bring about. Thank you, Mother Nature. There was something else that happened that was quite derailing. And hopefully this was not something that you noticed, but there was someone that was making outrageous insults about me, to me, during one particular window of this launch. Outrageous insults that were an affront to my integrity and my character and everything that I stand on. And that was potentially very derailing for me because I was incredibly upset. But I had to just keep asking myself, is this true? No. Is there truth to any of it? No. And I just had to stand and deliver and bend and sway. And there will be things that will happen in your world when you're standing and delivering and doing whatever you do the very best that you can, where something's going to knock you off balance. And you have to have enough conviction and enough belief in yourself and enough courage to step forward and do that thing that you do, that you have to like worry about it later, which is exactly the strategy that I pursued. And then this is another thing, just for the future, just in case this is new information. Usually it's day 4 or day 5 that a service provider such as myself will step up and extend an invitation so that people who are listening can actually participate in a deeper way. That's the most important day for anyone, when you get a chance to extend your invitation in a heartfelt way that will create a transformation that will make everyone better off. So note to the file, this is not the day where you as an observer reach out by private message and throw a lob across the bow to make a constructive criticism about A, B, or C. This is not the time to do that. The time to do that is when the dust has settled and you've subsequently reached out to the person to say something nice about it and then ask if there's a window to make a constructive suggestion. But in the moment, no, don't be that person. If you're going to get in the arena and fight and do the thing that you do and give it everything you've got, have enough respect for the person who's in the arena to be selective about when you decide you want to share constructive feedback. Because I'll tell you something, somebody sent me some constructive feedback and it felt so raw for me that my feeling was, where is a dart and may I throw it at her head? And that was just how I felt in that moment. And I will never forget that moment when this person saw fit to offer some constructive suggestion that was not at all welcome in that particular moment. Timing is everything, and how you do anything is how you do everything. And just be a quality human being, and be a human being who has some understanding about what's going on. If you intend to take on a challenge of this type, don't go it alone. Find support in the form of an outstanding social seller, a wonderful launch support manager, a wonderful virtual assistant who can help you behind the scenes in the ways that you need support, so you can put most of your attention on content delivery, serving people in the best possible way, and making sure people got more than what they came for. None of us succeeds alone. Our success expands when we're smart enough to bring in the reinforcements. It's false economy to try to do this all by yourself. Don't try to do this by yourself. And so I am very grateful for everybody that came along to play. I'm grateful for everyone who has said yes in themselves. I'm grateful for the personal growth that I experienced following the launch plan to the letter to welcome the results that I had expected, and a whole lot more. You can do this too. How much do you want it? How important is it to you? And are you willing to seek out the support you need so that you can accomplish your objectives in ever escalating amounts? Now, I would be remiss if I did not say that the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp is gearing up to start this Wednesday, September 29th. And we are going to be live from 9 to 11. And if you feel so inspired to get behind the velvet rope so that you can not only book yourself on all the right shows for your message, but you can pursue the proper strategies so that you can show up like a winner every time and create magic with everything you touch, if that would be a win for you, you can visit the link that I'm going to show you right now along the bottom of the screen. GetKnownGetPaid.com/BYB is where you can enroll in the next session of the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp. The VIP tier of membership has sold out, so the $19.97 tuition program is available. And if it's got your name on it, go ahead and claim a place, because we're starting on Wednesday and we are going to the moon, and we are going to go in style, and we're going to create an amazing community of people who are taking the medicine, applying the lessons learned, and getting the results that they desire. If you know that the timing for that is not right and you want to do it in February, I'll be doing the Podcast Visibility Live Lab again in January, in which case you can get on the bus then. What a great way to start the new year. If you are saying to yourself, I'm at a place in my business where investing at that level is beyond what I can do at this moment, but I loved every one of the trainings, and I loved the launch workbook, and I loved that Bye Bye Boring Bio workbook that Nancy's so famous for, and I want it to be part of my business success library. Here's the great news. You can purchase lifetime access to all of that for $197, provided you take action by this Wednesday, the 29th, because after that point, I reserve the right to raise the price, and I absolutely intend to do so. Given the kind of results that you have all welcomed as a result of the generous sharing that I poured into you, I think $297 will be a fine price for that on September 30th, but it's $197 between now and then. And if you want to own all those replays and have access to Nancy's voice on your shoulder to call you forth, it's the best way for you to express uncommon appreciation for the value that I brought forth to you, and a way for you to have me on your shoulder as you get into inspired imperfect action to help your star to rise and build the lead flow that you desire, and to have all the wonderful outcomes that we talked about during the live lab. So thank you so much for being on the journey with me. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for staying involved, because every Monday at 1 o'clock, I come on live either for a solo show, or I bring an expert guest on with me to talk about something relevant to helping you to learn more and earn more. And I hope that you will make it must attend viewing every Monday at 1 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you there. If you are not yet a subscriber to my YouTube channel, that's something else I didn't mention. My YouTube channel grew by 75 subscribers over the last month or so. And if you love the videos that I do and you're not super hot on Facebook, go to my YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button, and then you'll always be alerted when there's something new to learn so you can earn more. I set this big, hairy, audacious goal that I would go from 367 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2021. If you love watching these videos and getting value as I deliver it every week, subscribe. Help me achieve that goal. That's another way you can celebrate me for the rewards that you have already welcomed and help my own star to rise just a little bit higher in thanks for the support you have received. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's call. I see Paulette is here. I see someone else is here. If you have any other comments to share, if you're live, go ahead and say something. And if you join this video by replay, put in hashtag replay and send a love note. Tell me what you're going to do as a result of participating. And always remember, when no matter big or small, none of us succeeds alone. Practice uncommon appreciation. It's always a great place to set your energy so even better things can flow your way. So this is Nancy Jutton signing off for now. It's been my pleasure. I will be seeing you just about every day in the group, and let's see what other wonderful engagement and conversation we can start between now and the next time that I see you here. All right. Bye-bye for now.